Good evening, everyone. How are you? I hope you are doing well today, too. Today, we see together the sentence of September 9, 2021, that says, "Put away all those I wish and solve everything with a I can." This sentence reminds me of my desire to lose weight. Wanting one thing is not enough. You have to really want it all the way. Today we see together how to get what you want from life, and I give you some tips. A question to begin with. Are you sure you always get what you want? What do you usually do to get what you want? What do you do with your secret dreams? Have you locked them or are you still daydreaming? How many chances a day do you really give yourself to get what you want? But above all, do you know what you wish for? Steve Jobs said that every morning he looked in the mirror and as if that were the last day of his life, he wondered what he wanted to do and did it. This is the ideal approach to make even the smallest wishes come true every day. When you get up every day, you ask yourself at least what would be a small thing that you would like to accomplish for your well-being, and do you do it? Maybe everyone already thinks they are living according to their wishes, but when you tell a friend, your child, or your partner that you are going to do that thing that you really don't want to do at all, are you doing what you really want? No. And why not? Because to do this, you should get in touch with your deepest needs. Ask yourself what you really feel, find the right way of communicating to be assertive, and reject what has been proposed to you, which you don't do to please them, not make them angry or avoid a fight. So, first of all, it would be useful to become aware of how much one feels and feels to really get in touch with the experience one is having and to enjoy it when it is pleasant and move away from it when it is unpleasant. We must learn to warn ourselves of what we want to avoid and direct our actions towards our desires rather than always favoring those of others first. How to learn how to get what you want. You can learn how to get what you want through the knowledge of character and automatisms, or rather of the erroneous ways we use to remain anchored to the safety of our habits. Such patterns, of which we are unaware, lead us to take inappropriate actions because most of the time, if we listen to each other, we would do different things than what we are doing. We would express ourselves in another way, and perhaps we would be elsewhere than where we are. The awareness of our emotions and our way of being and behaving, which allows us to face life with the right resources, assertiveness, with which to learn to expressly declare what we want and take responsibility for our choices and consequent decisions. The liberation from duties and from the sense of guilt, resolving the inner conflicts between the conflicting parts of the self. The growth of self esteem and self worth, essential to be convinced of what you decide to do and to develop your potential. The planning and the implementation of projects to be posed as a challenge and with which to put oneself to the test. The questioning of one's own limitations and weaknesses and the appreciation of one's resources to give due weight to the qualities which we usually do not give dignity to, reinforcing a positive image of ourselves. Psychotherapy allows you to acquire these skills to the extent that it teaches you to make contact with your needs, as well as to become aware of the objectives, according to which to develop the appropriate strategies to achieve them. Try starting now to get what you want by dusting off the dream at the top of the list of things to accomplish that you have probably put aside by now. Feel the effect it has, but above all, realize how easy or difficult it is to recover it or find a new one. You must begin to give yourself the opportunity to seriously consider your dreams. This is the very first step to achieve your goals. Allowing yourself to dream. Ask yourself what you would ask genius if you had Aladdin's lamp in your hand. Dreaming costs nothing, and if you do not start from a higher ambition, it will be even more difficult to achieve the goals you have set for yourself, since sometimes you may really be forced to resize your dream. If we allow ourselves to dream a small part of what we want, we are already losing, and then we risk giving up our dream altogether. Emotional and cognitive skills to get what you want. The skills to be developed to get what you want are both cognitive and emotional, and mainly concern our emotional intelligence. Dream. To dream, you have to learn to understand your needs and take what you want seriously, recognizing the right to deserve to get it. Become aware of their needs to fulfill their desires, reorganize their goals, and find new goals. Meditate to listen to oneself. Activate curiosity, make changes. Get out of the routine, bring new elements to everyday life, and introduce new habits. Reorganize free time, choose activities and friends. Nourish oneself with healthy relationships or build a social network to rely on to receive help and support, to obtain a profitable exchange, and to share interests and passions. Build a project related to a specific area of life and dedicate oneself to it with constancy and determination. Do what you like, keep the pleasure active, and feed the passion for what you like. Maintain a positive attitude, feel pushed to use your energy, and evaluate yourself as being able to exploit your resources. Be creative, find the right solution at the right time. Reconsidering things from a new perspective, get involved, and know how to take risks. That is, to deploy strength and incentivize yourself to take advantage of opportunities. Doing new things never done before, making choices, making decisions, and taking responsibility for them. How motivated are you really to get what you want? Try to answer these questions. What desire do you have right now, and what are you doing to make it come true? Can you build a project? Can you play with your imagination, be creative? If so, what do you do to be? Give an example. What changes do you make on a daily basis, and what novelties have you introduced into your life recently? What did you do? What did you allow yourself to do differently? Do you give yourself the opportunity to experience new situations? Do you become promoters and supporters of initiatives? Is there something you like and for which you do your utmost and work hard to make it a reality? Are you truly passionate about something, and what you do to cultivate and keep this passion active? Every morning you should ask yourself, what can I do today that I really like? What goal do I want to accomplish today? And which goal do I want to reach in a month? If you don't do this, your motivation to get what you want is dormant, dead, asleep. Your unheard, unexpressed, unfulfilled desires. Without motivation, there is no push, there is no activation. 8 steps to follow to get what you want. What I want. Identify the need, desire. Become aware of what you want. How can I get what I want? Formulate the objectives that you choose to pursue. Break them down into high, medium, and low objectives to be set in order to achieve the goal. The objectives. Become aware of what you want. Must be appropriate to the situation, realistic and achievable, precise, verifiable, as you would, for example, for a diet. And finally, rewarding. What can I do to get what I want? Anticipate the conduct by visualizing the objective as already achieved and feeling the fact it has. Making a detailed and realistic action plan on the basis of which you organize the tools, resources, or skills, energy, and time to be used to define the appropriate strategy to its concrete execution. Am I willing to work and work to get it? Evaluate if the game is worth the candle, or check if the ultimate goal, seen from a broader perspective, has a weight and value that compensates for all the intermediate efforts to be made to reach the final goal. Believe with your heart. Make a promise and keep it. I do not promise myself that I will certainly succeed, but what I will certainly do everything possible to succeed. Do I have the resources, energies, and time available to do it? Taking responsibility for one's actions and accepting the risks involved in the choices made. Evaluate the time, resources, and energy available. I put my plan into practice. Generating challenges, developing problem, solving strategies in terms of effective solutions, not obstacles. I award and register my success by storing the associated emotional experience. Verify the results and enjoy success by recognizing the skills put in place to reach the goal and make it a strength for future conduct. I review the objective to recalibrate it and change it if necessary. Hold up the frustration in the event of failure by evaluating what went wrong, considering the causes of an internal nature as transitory, and downsizing the importance of failure to learn from experience. Be ready to try other strategies to pursue the goal or to change it if necessary. To get what you want, you have to change. Achieving their goals also has to do with personal change, but many are not willing to make changes in their lives to get what they want because it is difficult and tiring. So they keep doing the same things over and over, year after year, and complain about it, making excuses and blaming others. If the reasons for not being able to get what you want are attributed to others or to destiny or to any other external cause, one does nothing but discharge one's responsibilities, and this makes change impossible. But if you think you really have the power to make changes, you will always be able to do something to get what you want. If you think that making a change depends on you and no one else, can you truly change the fate of your life? Otherwise, you can also give up and continue to complain. But this certainly will not change your state of affairs. If you believe it will work, it will work. If you believe that you will fail, it will for sure be failure. We are generally more busy noticing what is stopping us from achieving our goals than realizing them because apparently it is more convenient to find justifications for not doing what you want rather than starting to really work to get it. Often, what we call good reasons for not doing something are just excuses to procrastinate and postpone what we would like to do and prevent us from getting the results we want to achieve. These ideas create obstacles to one's well being and the possibility of having a satisfying life, especially because they end up making us believe that we do not have the possibility of getting what we want, taking away our power. For example, the mistaken belief that if something causes me anxiety, I should avoid it rather than face it is another excuse to give up doing something, instead of trying to proceed in the desired direction and insist on pursuing it. Psychotherapy allows the person to put himself in the position of what I am able to do, regaining the conviction of being able to get what you want. The change must start with you because your thoughts and behaviors are the only thing you are sure you can assess freely. This is where your power lies to change and truly get what you want. I hope this video was useful and you enjoy it. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow with a new video. Bye bye.